Gentlemen, let me ask you something most men will never admit. Have you ever been intimate with a woman and wondered, is she really enjoying this? Not pretending, not being polite, not trying to protect your feelings, but truly feeling safe, connected, and fully present with you. Because here is the uncomfortable truth. Most men were never taught how female pleasure actually works. They were taught speed. They were taught intensity. They were taught performance. They were taught to copy what they saw in movies or online. But they were rarely taught the one thing that changes everything. A woman's body responds best when her nervous system trusts you. I'm Melissa Carter, a medical researcher focused on men's health, aging, intimacy, hormones, and the science of connection. And today, I'm going to explain what I call the trust technique. Not a trick, not a magic move, not a guarantee, but a way of creating safety, anticipation, rhythm, and presence so your partner's body has a much better chance of responding naturally. And stay with me, because the mistake at the beginning is the one that ruins the experience before most men even realize it has started. Before we begin, subscribe for honest men's health conversations most people are too embarrassed to have. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Now let's start with the first truth. Female arousal is not a switch. It is a sequence. For many men, arousal can feel fast and direct, but for many women, the body needs more time. Blood flow increases gradually, muscles relax gradually, natural lubrication develops gradually, the nervous system shifts gradually, emotional safety builds gradually. If you rush this process, you may think you are creating passion, but her body may experience it as pressure, and pressure is one of the fastest ways to shut down pleasure. That brings us to mistake number 1, starting too intense, too soon. Many men believe intensity proves desire. They think if they are more passionate, faster, deeper, or more forceful, she will feel more. But biologically, that is often backwards. If her body is not fully ready, too much intensity can feel uncomfortable, overwhelming, or emotionally disconnected. She may not say anything. She may not want to hurt your feelings. She may have learned to stay quiet, but her nervous system knows the difference between being desired and being rushed. This is why the beginning matters so much. The first few minutes are not just physical. They are a message. They tell her, am I safe here? Is he paying attention? Is he rushing toward his own goal? Or is he truly with me? The fix is simple, but most men skip it. Start slower than you think you need to. Let her body arrive. Let her breathing change. Let her muscles soften. Let the moment become something you build together, not something you force forward. Slow does not mean weak. Slow means controlled, and control creates confidence. Now, once you understand that, we move to the second part of the trust technique. Rehook. Because even if you start slowly, most men lose her attention by becoming predictable. The second principle is variation. If you repeat the exact same rhythm for too long, the body adapts. The nervous system starts to tune it out. What felt exciting at first can become dull. This is basic sensory adaptation. The body responds better to contrast, sometimes slower, sometimes firmer, sometimes stillness, sometimes movement, sometimes closeness, sometimes distance. The key is not to perform like you are following a script. The key is to stay responsive. A woman's body gives feedback constantly. Her breathing changes. Her hips move differently. Her hands pull closer or push away. Her muscles tighten or soften. Her sounds change. Her face changes. Most men miss these signs because they are trapped in their own head. They are thinking, am I doing well? Am I lasting long enough? Should I change position? What if I lose control? What if she is not enjoying it? But the more you focus on your fear, the less you notice her body. And the less you notice her body, the more disconnected the experience becomes. So the trust technique requires presence, not perfection. Presence. Now let's talk about the third principle, anticipation. This is where many men misunderstand pleasure. They think pleasure only comes from giving more stimulation. But sometimes pleasure increases when you briefly reduce intensity. Why? Because contrast creates craving. When something feels good and then slows down slightly, the body becomes more aware of it. The nervous system leans in. Desire builds. Anticipation rises. This is not about teasing in a cruel way. It is about creating rhythm. Build, pause, return, slow down, deepen, soften, then build again. This keeps the nervous system awake. It prevents the experience from becoming mechanical, and it helps her feel that you are not rushing toward the finish. You are creating a shared experience. But here is the warning. Do not pull away when she is clearly close to climax. That can create frustration. Anticipation works best earlier and in the middle, when desire is building. When she is very close, consistency often matters more than surprise. This is one of the biggest differences between a man who guesses and a man who pays attention. Now we move to the part many men overlook completely. Rehook. This next principle is not about speed, strength, or stamina, but it can change how connected she feels with you. The fourth principle is full body closeness. Many men focus on one movement, one area, one goal. But for many women, pleasure is not isolated. It is whole body. The skin, breath, emotional safety, pressure, warmth, closeness, and rhythm all matter. Full body closeness means she does not feel like you are focused only on one part of her body. She feels included, held, wanted, read, protected, desired as a whole person. This changes the emotional message of intimacy. Instead of saying, I want access, your body language says, I want connection. That difference matters. And this is where mature men can become better lovers than younger men. Because younger men often rely on urgency. Mature men can learn presence. After 50, you may not have the same reckless energy you had at 25. But you can have something far more powerful. Patience, control, emotional steadiness, attunement, the ability to slow down without insecurity. That is what many women respond to deeply. Now let's talk about the fifth principle. Pressure without force. This is important. Some men are too rough, others are too hesitant. Neither works well. Touch and movement should feel intentional, not aggressive. Confident, not careless. Responsive, not robotic. A woman's body often responds well to a sense of steady, safe pressure. Not sudden force, not frantic motion, not disconnected intensity. Think of it this way. Her nervous system is constantly asking, can I relax into this? If the answer is yes, her body is more likely to open. If the answer is no, her body may protect itself. That is why technique without trust often fails. You can know 1,000 tricks, but if she feels rushed, watched, judged, or pressured, her body may not respond. But when she feels emotionally safe, desired, respected, and unrushed, the same physical moment can feel completely different. Now let me give you the actual trust technique in simple steps. Step 1. Regulate yourself first. Before you focus on her body, notice your own. Are you tense? Are you rushing? Are you trying to prove something? Are you afraid of not performing well? Slow your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Bring your attention back to the moment. A calm man creates a safer atmosphere than an anxious man. Step 2. Begin with emotional contact before intensity. Eye contact, warmth, affection, slow touch, a calm voice, a feeling that there is no pressure. You are not trying to make her respond. You are creating the conditions where response becomes easier. Step 3. Build gradually. Do not jump to maximum intensity. Move slowly. Let her body tell you when it is ready for more. If she softens, moves closer, breathes deeper, or becomes more engaged, continue. If she tenses, pulls away, becomes quiet, or seems disconnected, slow down. Step 4. Vary rhythm. Do not repeat the same pattern endlessly. Use contrast, but do not randomly change everything every few seconds. Stay with what works long enough for her body to deepen into it, then adjust gently. Step 5. Stay present until the end. Many men lose attention once they think things are going well. Do not do that. Presence is not only for the beginning. Stay with her. Listen to her body. Respect her pace. Let the moment be shared, not performed. Now let's address something important for men over 50. If intimacy has become less frequent, more awkward, or more stressful, it does not mean passion is gone. Often it means the old approach no longer works. Bodies change, hormones change, stress changes. Menopause can affect lubrication, comfort, desire, and arousal time. Men can also experience changes in erections, stamina, confidence, testosterone, circulation, and anxiety. So both partners may be carrying silent pressure. She may be worried about discomfort, you may be worried about performance, and if neither person talks, intimacy turns into a test. But intimacy is not supposed to be a test. It is supposed to be a connection. So if something has changed, talk about it gently. You can say, "I do not want us to rush. I want to understand what feels good for you. I want this to feel comfortable for both of us. We can slow down. We do not have to force anything." That kind of maturity does not kill desire. It often restores it. Now, very important. If your partner experiences pain, burning, bleeding, severe dryness, pelvic discomfort, or loss of desire that feels distressing, she should speak with a qualified healthcare professional. And if you are experiencing erection problems, low libido, performance anxiety, fatigue, diabetes, high blood pressure, or chest symptoms, you should also get evaluated. Sexual health is health, not shame, not weakness. Health. So let's bring this together. The trust technique is not about making promises like, every woman will orgasm in 6 minutes. Real intimacy does not work that way. Every woman is different. Every body is different. Every relationship is different. But the principles that support female pleasure are consistent. Safety, presence, patience, variation, full body closeness, emotional trust, and the ability to read her response. Most men try to create pleasure by doing more, but many women respond when a man becomes more present. Less rushing, less pressure, less guessing, more attention, more patience, more emotional safety. That is the difference. This is Melissa Carter. If this video helped you understand intimacy in a more mature way, subscribe for more honest men's health conversations. And tell me in the comments, do you think most men were ever truly taught how female arousal works? Because once a man understands this, he stops performing and starts connecting.